I'm interviewing Jill Valderrama on Easter. Do you celebrate Easter?
Yes, I've always celebrated Easter.
Okay. Why do you celebrate Easter?
Um, because I was raised in a Baptist religious family, and I was always taught that that was the day that Jesus was resurrected and rose from the grave, and that's it.
Does Easter have any special meaning to you?
Absolutely. It means family getting together, it means church services, it means, um, again, that, Jesus Christ died for our sins and rose again.
Do you have an earliest Easter memory?
Most of my Easter memories involve Atala, Alabama, where my mother was raised, and my earliest one was probably attending one of the first church services down there on Easter. My grandfather was a choir director at a small church called Reed Memorial, and the preacher at the church was this real theatrical Southern Baptist preacher, and he would carry the Bible in one hand and he had a handkerchief in the other, and he would be yelling and sweating and wiping his brow. And my brother and sister and I were either trying not to laugh or not to be freaked out, because we were all just sitting there kind of frozen, like, this guy's crazy. So it was a lot different than the churches around where I grew up in Dunwoody. So.
Do you have a favorite activity that you like to do on Easter with your family?
Um, Going to my parents' house and dyeing Easter eggs, doing the simple things, and just hanging out, talking. Everybody meets there, and we all sit around outside around her gazebo with all the egg dyeing equipment and the eggs, the kids, the adults, and we all make our eggs and we lay them out and take pictures of them, and then have an egg hunt afterwards. And
Do you have a favorite Easter meal or something like that?
yeah, my parents go all out for Easter meals. I've never had to cook an Easter meal, but we do the honey baked hams and the turkeys and the dressings and five other casseroles and coconut cream pies, and just, it's a feast. It's like a Thanksgiving feast, but the Easter on Easter Day. So
Was Easter more fun for you as a child or as an adult?
gosh, oh, that's hard. I loved Easter when I was a child, because it was always my mom and I going to Alabama. I'm quite younger than my siblings, so 10 years between my sister and I. So once she was off to college and off, it was just my mom and I. We would still head down to Alabama. And I'll never forget, every Saturday going to Gadsden Mall, sitting on the Easter Bunny's lap. And, but then when I had kids of my own, I loved doing the same thing. I loved making their baskets. I loved hiding it in the house and taking them to egg hunts. So it's hard to say. It's kind of a toss up.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think your best memory out of all Easters would be?
Um, the best would probably be Alabama Easters. You really can't beat it. I mean, we would have the Easter bonnets. Now, this was back in the, let's see, 70s.
Right.
So the kids really, church service, you had huge Easter dresses and the big old bonnets and the big baskets, and going to the church service. It's just, I'll never ever forget that growing up. That was, you bought the dress, you bought the bonnet, you had a thing, and that was my Easter. So even though every Easter I love having new memories and celebrating with family, and now that we're getting younger children, our nieces are getting married, they're having babies. Those babies, now we get to experience their first egg hunts, and so that's special too. But
Yeah.
nothing like those ones when you're a kid.
Right. Well, I think that's about all the questions I have for today about
Okay.
Easter.
Great.
So happy Easter to you.
Happy Easter, everyone.
Thank you so much.